Hello everyone, Tallara here, and welcome back to Dragon Age 2. Now, I need to start today's episode with an apology. I told you guys last time that we would be heading to the Deep Roads finally in this episode. And we will be, but I have to apologize and say that we're not going to go there right away. And the reason for that is, if we go to our journal, you'll see that we have a few secondary quests, and I was just going to leave those and proceed forward with the Deep Roads expedition. However, I have been told that if out of any of the side quests, we can skip Herbalist tasks, we can skip loose ends, but apparently the Bone Pit is rather important, and it has been recommended to me that we do the Bone Pit. So, apologies again for not heading right into the Deep Roads, but we are first going to talk to Hubert about a job in Hightown's Market by day. And luckily, here's Hubert, right here. Hi Hubert, I heard you got a job for me.
Here you're having problems with the Bone Pit. I can help.
Finally someone comes to help me. You look a bit unseasoned, but I hope you'll do. I had to suspend operations. My workers are lost in the mines or have run off. Served me right for hiring Ferelden refugees. I sent others before, but no word. Perhaps they are putting me off. I need someone competent to figure out what is going on.
Isn't the Bone Pit a tad ominous?
Your first mistake was naming your mine the Bone Pit.
The locals named the mine. Those fools say it's cursed. That is why I hire Fereldens. They may be dull-witted, but they're not superstitious.
You know I'm one of them, right?
Mind what you say about my countrymen.
I was not referring to you, of course. My workers are a particularly desperate sort. They're lucky to work for me. Few in Kirkwall will hire refugees.
I don't think I really like this guy, but... Look, what happened to the workers?
Surely the miners had good reason to leave.
I am at a loss. No miner has reported in, and no one takes me seriously.
Nobody will go?
The Bone Pit must be dangerous if people are afraid to venture there.
No, nothing like that. Pay no heed to local superstition. The Bone Pit is mostly harmless.
Mostly, okay. Well, what are you paying?
What's the reward?
I will pay handsomely. The exact amount depends on what perils you face.
Okay, so you're saying that hopefully we face a lot of perils, so I'll get a lot of money. Alright, that's all I need to know.
I'll head there soon.
The sooner the better. Each day the mine is not running costs me more than those miners make in a year.
I don't think that's something
The
you
Bone
should
Pit is
brag
just
about.
outside the
Sounds like you
city,
should maybe be
and in
paying your
Mapleshade.
miners more. But alright, let's head outside the city and go to the Bone Pit. As Hawk said, very ominous name. Not exactly the name of a workplace I would want to go to, but hey. Alright, so it looks like it's all the way over here. Apparently we might actually find something for the herbalist while we're over here. You can see that's up there on the left in the current tasks, current quests thing. So we'll keep an eye out for whatever magical reagents we can find here. Looks awfully spooky and gloomy here at the Bone Pit.
This ground is cursed. Only wretched or ignorant souls would linger here.
Good. So are we wretched or ignorant? Over here we have Bearded Beast Arental's remains. Spooky. I don't know how we could identify who that was literally just from their skeleton, but... Okay, that must be the mine underneath us, perhaps? Oh, who do we have here? Looters? What the heck are you guys doing here? Do you have something to do with the miners' disappearances? Looters down. Looks like the looters have a lot of loot on their bodies, so that's good. Let's loot the looters. Now, over here, looks like we'll learn some lore about the Bone Pit. Sire, I interviewed the surviving slave this morning. She was horror-struck, but managed to tell me her chilling story. The overseer lined 17 slaves up, one behind the other, at the lip of the quarry. The second slave in line was ordered to push the man in front over the edge. The third slave pushed the second, the fourth the third, and on it went. Workers in the quarry heard the screams, the crack of bone against rock, and then the survivors' anguished cries as the overseer's dragonlings feasted on the 16 helpless bodies splayed upon the quarry's basin. The woman who told me this story was the 17th in line, spared only because no one stood behind her. Sire, I recommend we stop this ugly practice. Effective as it may be in motivating workers, it's also bringing our mind notoriety as a death trap. Stories of the bone pit swirl throughout Kirkwall. The veil is thin enough here, and above that pit it is practically ready to sunder. We risk more than simple rebellion should the Overseer be allowed to continue. A letter from Prefect Centarius. Here's a response. Prefect Centarius, the output of the Maharian quarry is up almost a third this season, and the Overseer has received a commendation from the Archon himself. You will speak of your findings to no one. Good, so not only does this place have a terrible, horrible history of slave treatment, but also the veil is probably thin here, so we're probably going to find some demons. Yay.
There's a foul wind coming from that cavern. I smell death.
Lovely. Let's follow the scent of death, I guess, into the bone pit mines. Fenris clearly has very attuned senses. The second we got here, he knew something was up, and well, I totally believe him, but... Okay. Oh, wow! Dragons. Baby dragons. That's not good because it means there's a mama dragon. Oh, that's a medium dragon. That's not a baby dragon. That's like a pretty big dragon right here. Oh dear. Okay. Whew. Well, I guess we figured out what happened to the miners. Some dragons got in here and started eating everybody, I suppose. Hello? Anyone alive in here? Oh, pile of bones. Yeah, not looking good. Speaking of, what is attacking me now? Oh, there's something back here. Hello? Oh, more dragonlings! Oh god, okay. Oh yeah, we've got like a full-on dragon infestation here. Not only are there dragonlings, there's like pretty grown-up dragons here too. They're not high dragons, they're not the huge dragons, but they are still pretty big, they have a lot of health, and they really hurt when they hit you. Lots of little dragonlings too, which are not bad, but regardless, again, I'm very worried. Dragonlings means mother dragon, which means potentially a really big dragon. So far, no sign of any miners, but there is some random stuff around that we can loot, so that's good.
Price and Trusty, you came along. Them dragons would have sniffed me out for certain.
Slow down. Tell me what happened here.
I'll tell you what I can, but be a friend and keep your voice down. There's another dragon close by.
How did this happen?
Where'd the dragons come from?
We was mining a new tunnel when the wall collapsed, and dragons came through. There was a bloody slaughter. Scared out of my wits, I ran like my arse was on fire. It probably was, only I went the wrong way. Ended up trapped here.
Are there any other survivors?
Did anyone else manage to escape?
Some of my fellows ran for the surface. I hope they made it.
Alright, run for your life.
You'd better get going. Try not to get eaten.
Don't have to tell me twice. You should leave too. But don't go that way. There's this huge dragon.
That must be Mama Dragon I've been fearing.
I'd wondered if the dragons left their nest unguarded.
Alright, Mama Dragon it is. Let's go see. Can you imagine you're just living your life as a miner? Mining, whistling, you know, whatever miners do. You crack open a wall and bam, you found a dragon's nest. That is rather unfortunate. Oh yeah, now that's a big dragon. Oh dear, that is a mature dragon right there. Look how big it is. Luckily Bethany froze it right away. It's still not as big as some of the dragons we fought in Dragon Age Origins. If you remember when we fought Flemeth, she was huge. But this dragon's definitely not small, by any means. Not really having an issue with it though. We should be able to take it down momentarily. Here we go. Down goes the mature dragon. Whew. Alright. What do we get if we loot a mature dragon? We get a dragon's fang, which is, I think, what the herbalist wanted. As well as some equipment. Alright, so I guess that's it. We cleared out the threat in the bone pits. I don't think many miners survived, but the dragons are dead, so I guess that's all our employer would have wanted. Let's head back to Hightown and report in. Hopefully that was worth enough money. Not many people around here can just slay dragons willy-nilly, I don't think.
You are an abomination.
Why don't you shout? I don't think everyone heard you.
Do you see yourself as harmless then? An abomination who would never harm anyone?
Like ripping someone's heart out of his chest?
I did that at the behest of no demon.
So we agree that it doesn't take a demon for someone to be a vicious killer. Good.
Fenris and Anders are like complete opposite on their worldviews, so I bet it'll be interesting to see sort of how they get along as we proceed. Alright, anyway, hello Hubert, we're back.
I solved your problem.
So, what happened? One of the miners told me you rescued him from dragons. I cuffed him for lying.
Well, he wasn't. Go there and see the corpses for yourself.
But I thought they're extinct.
You thought dragons were extinct? I know they're rare, but I didn't realize people thought they were extinct.
If it is safe,
I made them extinct again, yes, I just destroyed a whole species. I mean, I don't envy any miners going back there.
I bet their first task will be cleaning up the entrails the last shift left behind.
A dragon killer and a mind reader. Wonderful. Let us discuss your payment. You have been a great help. Since you did so much more than I was expecting, how about we work together? I am offering a 50-50 share in the mine. You will make us both rich if you can keep your countrymen safe.
Why so generous?
Why would you share half your business with me?
I spent a decade honing my business instincts in Val Royeaux. I once sold a seat cushion to Empress Selene.
A seat cushion, wow.
About you.
You can tell your grandkids about that. As long as I'm paid up front, I'll do it.
If you want my help, you'll pay for my services in advance.
You're both tough and shrewd. Very well. I had some money set aside for safety equipment, but it is yours instead.
Oh, well now I feel bad.
To our first order of business, we'll replace the lost...
I didn't realize I'd get paid out of the safety fund.
Plenty of desperate Fereldans out there, but it will take some time. I need you to convince the surviving miners to return. They are holed up in Lowtown. Tell them the bone pit is safe again.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright, well, not only did we slay some dragons, apparently we also became an investor. We are now a 50% owner in a mine. A previously dragon-infested mine, but a hopefully cleared out mine now. Let's go see if we can get any people to come work in our newly cleared out mine. Oh hey look, it's the guy we rescued in the mine.
Hey, it's the one that rescued me from them dragons. A fellow Ferelden, no less.
That's me.
1,000 thanks for saving Jansen's worthless hide.
Worthless, am I? My farm supplied eggplant half of the South Reach.
Yeah?
What a random thing to
Boy,
brag
eggplants
about.
supplied half the bastards in South Reach.
Also, ew. Hawk's like, oh god, what did I invest into?
You're a real hero. Now what brings you here?
The mine's safe now.
I killed the dragons. It's safe to return to work.
What if there's more dragons later? Or something worse like, bigger dragons?
I go back to the missus without this job. She'll rip me apart sure as any dragon.
What can we do? That bastard Hubert is the only one willing to hire us.
Well, you know, I can protect you. You basically have a dragon slaying team now in case anybody comes back.
I own half the mine now. I'll keep it safe.
Really? Huh. Be nice to work for one of our own. If you don't give us a fair shake, who would? Back to work, boys. I'm happy to take more of Hubert's coin.
Alright, that was pretty easy. Got the miners back to work. Hubert should be pleased that the miners are going back to work. Fair enough.
I've heard about the Circle of Magi outside of the Imperium, but I've never been in one. Are you certain it's wise for us to come here, considering who we're with?
We'll be careful.
Maybe not. But we'll be cautious.
This seems more like a prison. I wonder if it's more effective than the Circle I know.
What is it like in Tevinter?
How is the Imperial Circle of Magi different?
Once upon a time, it was as it is here. The Chantry watched the Magisters closely for any signs of corruption or weakness. Then it changed. The Magisters were permitted to watch over their own, and Templars kept only to enforce the law. What happened next was inevitable. The Magisters rule again, as powerful as they ever were.
I mean, I think it's wrong to oppress mages. Are the Magisters really so terrible?
You talk about the Magisters as if they are all evil.
I have no doubt that some are good and noble men, strong enough to resist temptation. But how many temptations do you wish to offer a man before he will give in? Blood magic is everywhere in Tevinter, from the lowliest apprentice up to the Archon himself.
How do you know that?
You can't have seen this for yourself.
Daenerys talked about it often. Of course, they say it's forbidden. Behind the smiles and closed doors, however, it's a different matter. To be a Magister in Tevinter is to be glorious. To be a powerful Magister in Tevinter, that is worth any price.
It's wrong to oppress mages.
Treating every mage like a criminal isn't the answer.
And not every mage deserves the benefit of the doubt.
And I suppose you decide which ones.
Freedom is a noble ideal, but I see no oppression here. I see fear and danger. But enough. I'm sure we came here for a reason.
It's gonna be really hard to reconcile Fenris. I hope we can get him to see that not all mages are evil. I know it's tough because literally he was a slave to a mage who treated him like absolute garbage. Obviously his perspective is skewed. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there are lots of magisters that are absolute trash people. But then there's people like Bethany. You have to see that not every mage is evil, so I'm hoping we can get Fenris to at least meet us in the middle on this. Anyway, the reason that dialogue popped was because we came down to the gallows, which is where the circle is. Because I want to give Solivitus, the guy with a really fancy name, the dragon fang that we found. It was a pretty big dragon, so yeah.
It's not so bad here.
Why was your friend made tranquil? Do you know?
No, and it doesn't matter. Nobody deserves that.
I know some mages who deserve that.
Really? Perhaps they should start making slaves tranquil. Then they wouldn't dream of escaping. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Slaves do not attract demons that try to possess them.
Which clearly justifies it. What a perfect solution.
Yeah, I've said this previously, but Anders and Fenris are just on the complete far ends of the spectrum. I think Anders is too pro-mage and Fenris is too anti-mage. If we can get them to meet in the middle and come to a better solution other than lock them all up or let them all free. But that's easier said than done, hey? But it's interesting to have them both in our party, and we'll definitely hear a lot of banter back and forth, I think.
So, there must be mages in Tevinter who don't use blood magic.
Of course, there are slaves. The Magisters do not hesitate to collar their own kind.
But no magisters.
Why must you go on about this? No Magister would turn down an advantage over his rivals. If he did, he'd be dead.
You know, to use blood magic, you need to look a demon in the eye and accept his offer. I just figured some of them would say no. For aesthetic reasons, if nothing else.
Okay guys, the time has finally come. After many, many side quests, meeting many friends, doing many quests, gathering lots of money, finding a map to the deep roads, etc., etc., we finally have everything that we need to go on this deep roads expedition. So we're back where it all began with Bertrand. Let's say hello and let him know that we have 50 gold to go on this expedition.
You again? What now?
I spoke to Varric about becoming a partner.
Partner? Bloody Varric. I suppose you're the help he promised. It figures. If you see that sodding bastard, bring him here. I want to hear exactly what he's promised, right from his lying mouth.
Oh, okay, never mind. We can't go because we need to put Varric in the party and come talk to Bertrand again. So, 1 second. Alright, we're back, and this time we have Varric. Let's try this again.
You.
Ah, brotherly love. It's quite something, don't you think?
Sure is something. Especially when little brother makes promises I can't keep.
Bertrand, so suspicious. I have in fact brought us our future partner.
What? Partner? You stupid nug-humping dirt farmer. Why did you go promising something like that?
Because if we don't get this expedition moving, brother, then we won't have any profits to argue about, will we?
Maybe you have a point.
I feel so welcome.
There's so much love here. It's very comforting.
What I'd love is the coin to back up my brother's confidence. How about it, human?
What do I get in return?
Are we talking a full share here, or what?
If you have the coin, sure. You'll get a full share.
Then here you go.
I do have your coin, in fact.
You're joking.
What did I tell you, Bertrand? Not bad for a human.
All right, partner. Full share of the profit between you, me, and Varric. Now we just need a decent entrance into the deep roads.
I have maps.
These might be just what we need.
What's this? 3? 4 entrances into the deep roads, all in the free marches? Where'd you get these?
Didn't I tell you we could find a Grey Warden? Mother didn't raise a fool. Well, she didn't raise 2 of them.
Bird!
Color me astounded. We just pick the most promising one and go. Time to wrap up any business you have in the city, my friend. We'll be gone for several weeks at least. Let me know as soon as you're ready and we'll head out.
Oh, I'm ready, Bertrand. That's what I've been doing for the last 12 hours, is wrapping up all the business I have in this city. Let's head out.
Time to wrap up any business you have in the city, my friend. We'll be gone for several weeks at least.
You literally just said that, but what? I don't have any business. Okay. Bertrand is still making preparations. There is time to finish any business remaining in Kirkwall before the expedition is ready to leave. But I'm ready to leave. Okay, maybe we should go say bye to our mom, I guess, maybe? That's important business. Saying farewell to your beloved mother and her dog. Not your uncle, though. He's a douche. Hey, Mom. I'm going on an adventure.
I don't like what I'm hearing about you getting caught up in all this business between the mages and the Templars.
There won't be any mages
Sister,
or Templars
you want
in the
to
deep
put your eyes
roads.
and circle down on her?
All's gonna be good, Mom. Don't even worry about it, okay? I love you, Muffin.
Carver never told you, but he was a bit jealous Amabari chose you and not him. Poor Carver.
Look at that bum
He's
wiggle.
a good boy.
A good boy indeed. Alright, we said our goodbyes. Maybe now we can go on the expedition? Hi again, Bertrand. Are you ready now?
Time to wrap up any business you have in the city, my friend. We'll be gone for several weeks at least.
Oh my god. Okay, so he is not gonna let us leave. until we, quote, wrap up all our business. Which I guess means we have to do this other side quest? That's the only other business I have. Okay, I guess we'll go speak to a Thenril in Hightown during the day. Who knew it was so hard to get Bertrand to leave for this expedition? Well, at least this will be good for my completionist soul, because we're officially going to do every single side quest in Act 1. This was the only one we had left, so... maybe all's well that ends well. What's up, girl?
Huh. Well, I just lost a sovereign. Didn't think you'd stoop to our kind again. Or are you not too proud to make some coin?
What's the job?
No promises, but I'll hear what you have to say.
Since you stormed off, we don't have anyone who can quite work your magic. If you know what I mean. I sent some men to fence a bit of cargo down at the docks. Haven't seen them since. I'd pay good silver for the safe return of them, or the goods.
Who's missing?
Is this anyone I know?
When you left, we had to take on new Ferelden. Volunteers.
Volunteers, yes, I remember being a volunteer for you.
No one of your caliber.
What kind of goods?
Want to tell me what you were selling?
We were trying to make a deal with the Carta. Those Orzammar dwarves. They like luxury items. Fine fabrics, a cask of caviar, an aged wine. Anything one can liberate from a Hightown merchant.
Alright, I'll do it.
Consider it a deal.
Good. Go to the docks tonight. My boy Price was supposed to meet our buyers from the Carta there. Maybe you can find out what happened.
I will do it, not because I need the coin or I want to be smuggling goods to the Carta, but because there are some poor Ferelden refugees also roped in to this. So let's go see if we can't help them out. We'll head to the docks, and hopefully by the time we're done this, Bertrand will be ready to go.
Someone's always trying to take over at night. But someone else will always pay for their removal.
Oh, wow. Oh my god, Price was literally only a child. He was like a boy. Okay, I'm really glad I decided to come help. Or thing. The coterie were just waiting for us here. Didn't have to go far to find them. Wow, there are lots of them. They just keep coming and coming. Why do I have a feeling Thenril wasn't being completely straight with us when she told us it was just some casks of ale? This is a lot of thugs for a few casks of ale. Alright.
Thank you. I thought them coterie men had me for sure. I guess the whole thing was a trap. There were no dwarves when I went to make the trade. Just coterie waiting to kill us. They got the rest of the boys. I ran. I was hoping they wouldn't find me here. But they did.
And just how old are you?
You're a bit young to be doing this.
I'm 15. But I can usually pass for a man. My mama was ripped in two by one of them big horned darkspawn. It's just me and my sisters now. Working for a Thenril's the only way to feed the girls.
Keep the goods and start over.
Why not take what a Thenril gave you and start fresh somewhere outside of Kirkwall?
What do you mean?
There's a lot of farmland in the Free Marches. Surely there's somewhere you and your sisters can find honest work.
My father was a farmer. Before the Darkspawn got him. I'd rather do that than work for a Thenril. I'll get my sisters. Please, make sure she doesn't come after us.
Well, Thenril is going to be majorly pissed, but you know what? I don't care, because that poor kid shouldn't be doing shady business deals, so... let's go make sure she doesn't go after the kid. We'll have been doing a good thing in the end, after all. Hi, I'm back.
Well, are you here to socialize, or did you bring my goods?
The goods were stolen.
I rescued your boy and killed the coterie. but your property was long gone.
Coterie. I should have figured. They've got a lock on all trade with the dwarves. If I'd had someone decent on the job, they'd have dug into it first, not walked in blindly. Well, no cargo, no coin. If you're ever looking for more work, I keep my books right here. Feel free to sign yourself up.
Okay, well she believed me, which is good. And hopefully that gets any suspicion off of the kid. So okay, that was some work wrapped up. Bertrand, I literally do not have any other quests.
Put lyrium in your skin.
So I'm told.
Does it hurt?
You do not want to know the answer to that.
Okay, quick little talk about his lyrium skin, and now let's talk to Bertrand.
Time to wrap up any business you have in the city, my friend. We'll be gone for several weeks at least.
I don't have any more business! Rah! Okay, maybe it's because we took Varric out of the party again. This was the party I wanted to bring into the Deep Roads. But maybe we need Varric. Let's try that.
Cauldrons are an essential part of the moody rebel mage persona.
What are you talking about?
I'm working on an epic poem about a hopelessly romantic apostate, waging an epic struggle against forces he can't possibly defeat.
What do you mean, can't possibly defeat?
Well, it's not a good story unless the hero dies.
Oh, Varric. Always a good chuckle when I'm with you. Speaking of being with you, hopefully this is what your brother needs so we can go on this dang expedition.
Time to wrap up any business you have in the city, my friend. We'll be gone for several weeks at least.
What the heck? Alright, so I went to the lovely interwebs to try to find a solution to this, and it's rather strange actually. So if we go to the journal, you'll see that we have a rumor. And I figured we didn't need to do that. Why would you think, you know, it didn't seem important. But apparently this rumor, shepherding wolves, actually becomes a main quest once we look into it. Which means we need to do this before we can go to the Deep Roads. That's actually a little frustrating. That isn't super clear what you have to do. So anyway, as I said before, I guess maybe this is a blessing in disguise because we will literally have completed every single side quest, every single rumor, everything for Act 1. So that's good, I guess. Unfortunately, it does mean that we have to delay our entry into the Deep Roads. We are heading there. I promise we will get there at some point. We have one more quest to do, so we will take a look at shepherding the wolves next time, everybody. Thanks so much for watching today's episode of Dragon Age 2. If you are enjoying what you are seeing, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. Let me know your favorite parts down in the comment section below, and as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys again really soon.